Hi, everybody. Max Licato here, checking in with you. May God give you strength. May He lift your spirit. May He help you to find a surprising source of strength. Over the next few minutes, I want to talk to you about preparing to receive treatment for the trauma of the soul. We're being traumatized. We may not know it right now, but I would suggest to you, and I'm going to suggest to you, that each and every one of us is sustaining some hidden traumas, some bruising of the soul, and I want to go ahead and alert you to it so that you can begin seeking treatment for it. Now, that may sound like a very odd topic. You may think, look, Cato, I don't want to hear what you have to say about that. If so, I don't blame you at all. Sometimes I don't like to hear what I have to say. So God bless you. Be about your day. And if we can pray for you, please let us do so. But for about 5 or 7 minutes, if you'd like to stay around, this has really been on my heart. And that is the trauma of the soul. Now, we know what trauma of the body is. You know, whenever you bump your shin against a coffee table in the middle of the night and you wake up the next morning and you look down and there's a bruise, what you've done is you've traumatized your body. Now, what's happening right now in this pandemic, many people are sustaining bruises of the soul. Bruises of the soul is such an odd season in which we live. And as a result, we are feeling things deep within us that we may not even be aware of yet, but will manifest themselves in the days and the weeks and the months ahead. It's almost as if we're in the middle of a house that's collapsing and we're running out of it, and in the adrenaline we don't feel like we've been hurt, and somebody comes up to us and says, "Are you okay?" And we say, "Yeah, I'm okay." And they say, "Well, yeah, but your head is bleeding," and you don't even notice it because your adrenaline kicked in. Now, in the days, in the weeks, and in the months ahead, you're going to realize that something is bleeding and you've been hurt during this. Unemployment hurts. We feel like we've let down people who are depending upon us. This sense of quarantine hurts because we're cut off from relationships. Wearing masks and avoiding people in social isolation hurts because we were made to be in community, one with another. And so in the days and the weeks and the months ahead, we may sense some irrational behavior, some unexpected behavior, even some angry behavior, and we will realize that we're reacting from a wound that is deep within us. So how do we treat this? How do we react to this? I've got 3 ideas, and boy, I'm going to move quickly because I can't keep you here all day. But number 1, find the truth. Find the truth. The truth. Say, "Lord, I'm hurting, and I'm reacting in a way that's causing me to behave in a way that I'm not proud of." So what's the truth? Well, the truth is this happened in your life. A very quick example. My mother endured the Depression. She was born in 1917. And so she was raised in the Depression. Not only was she raised in the Depression, she was raised by a single mom in a dirt poor situation. For the rest of her life, she had a fear of running out. I can recall as a youngster that she would take my brother and me to a trash bin where vegetables were dumped by farmers that were not quality to be sold to the grocery store. And we would sort through onions and tomatoes and heads of cabbage and take them home. Now, my dad had a good income. We weren't rich. He was a mechanic. My mom had a good income. She was a nurse. We were solid middle-class family. We didn't need to go sorting through vegetables. But she had been traumatized as a child and always lived with this fear of running out. Now, find the truth. The truth of the matter is we were okay. The truth of the matter is something bad had happened to her. But the truth of the matter is she didn't really need to spend. I loved my mom, by the way. I'm not being critical. But we will all come out of this with some irrational, unexpected behaviors. Find the truth. The truth is this is an extraordinarily unique period in history. And so if it begins manifesting itself later in your life, just identify the truth. And then number 2, respond in community. Somebody knows what you're going through. Somebody else has already been through this. Fear causes us to think nobody will understand us, but friends, somebody will. Seek help whenever you begin reacting in some unexpected fashion. It's because you've been triggered. Angry outbursts or sudden bouts of guilt or even seasons of depression and blueness. You need to stay in community. Find somebody. Find somebody to help you. Talk to a seasoned person. Talk to a pastor. Talk to a counselor. Or talk to your best friend. Don't give in to that lie of the devil that says, I got to keep this all inside myself because nobody's ever been this road, walked this road before. Yes, they have. Find community. This is why the church matters. This is why the church matters. May God soon bring the day when we feel safe in community, physical gatherings, because we need one another. And then lastly, just respond in faith and prayer. Where you're bruised, where you're hurt, you take that to Jesus. Just talk to Him. Talk to Him. And you may not even know until some days, weeks, months down the road that this, how you've been hurt in the midst of all this. But you go to Him and you say, Jesus, here's where I hurt. Here's how I'm behaving. Would you please bring supernatural healing down into my life? And that could happen instantly, or it may happen gradually. But you stay in communion with Jesus, because this is a very traumatic experience, okay? So go ahead and just be acknowledging that. Being saying, okay, I'm going to be ready. I'm not going to let this pull me down. Folks, we're going to either be bitter or better as a result of this. I know that's an old saying that's been worn out, but it's true. We're either going to be bitter or better. I want you to be better. I do. I want you to be better. So isolate the truth. Find out exactly what it is so you can pray about that. Trace that fruit back to its root. Find its origin. Stay in community with others. Don't keep secrets. Find a few people in whom you can confide, especially those who can give you good counsel and advice. And then just talk to Jesus. Keep talking to Jesus. There is supernatural help available for those who seek it. So please, for heaven's sake, seek it. God bless you.